Hey, first of all, I want to thank you for watching the video. Now, I want you to do me a big favor, okay? First, like the video, share it with at least 10 friends in your social network, and of course, be back again and check out some of the other videos that we'll have coming up soon. You can check out our website at thefoundationmethod.org. We have plenty of stuff, blogs, apparel, and a bunch of stuff that you can check out. But most importantly, I want you to share this video with 10 friends because I think this message is for everybody and anybody, okay? So again, like the video, comment, share, and I'll see you next time. Hey, how's it going? My name is Derilus from the Foundation Method, and today I want to talk to you about fear. All right, so the subject of this video is called "How to Overcome Fear." Fear is one of the things in the world, one of the most powerful things in the world that can stop an individual from truly reaching their full potential in life. Fear is unbelievably strong and powerful. Now, some of us know fear, some of us talk about it, some of us we've kind of ignored it, but we never really deal with fear, or we've never really dealt with fear. But like any other thing you come across in life, at some point you have to, in order for you to challenge it, in order for you to face it, you have to know what the heck it is, and it could be anything that you're faced with, anything that you're challenged with. The way to defeat that and overcome it is to know exactly what it is. So, what the heck is fear? Well, psychology pretty much describes fear as the vital response, to a physical or emotional danger. To whether that physical or emotional danger is a threat or a threatening situation, right? So the description or the definition of fear psychologically is a vital response that to a physical or emotional danger, threat, or threatening situations. And that danger really can come from anything. We all have different types of fears. We all have different types of danger or things that we deem dangerous. All right, maybe for you it might be speaking in public. Maybe it's fear of height, or maybe it's just fear of water. Like you can't swim. That's possible. Some people are fearful of germs. Some people are fearful of the unknown, the uncertainty, the future. There's way too many fears to count, and it's understandable why we can be fearful of things. But the Bible has a different take on fear. What the Bible says about fear is a little bit different from psychological fear. And it's kind of the same, but it's really a little different. So there's two specific fear that the Bible talks about. The first type of fear the Bible talks about is actually a good fear. It's what you would call a beneficial fear. A fear that actually brings you benefits and profits. And there's also the second type of fear that we're pretty much used to, that really the Bible feels the same way we feel about it. It's a bad thing and we need to overcome it. And the first type of fear, that the beneficial fear or the good fear, is the fear of the Lord. Now, you say, fear of the Lord? Why would I fear the Lord? Well, this type of fear, it doesn't necessarily mean to be afraid of the Lord or to be afraid of something, but rather it's really more of a fear of out of respect, out of reverence, out of admiration, out of worship for God. So we fear God because of His power, because of His glory, because of His love, because of His mercy, but also because of His judgment and because of His wrath. So that fear is really a big a big mixture of all of those things. Now, the other type of fear that the Bible pretty much does not support or does not really endorse is just the plain fear, and one of the most famous or most known or most popular verses about fear in the Bible comes from 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. All right, and what it says is that God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. So what that tells me is that fear is not of God. Fear is not godly. Fear is from the enemy. Because that fear, if it's going to stop you from reaching your full potential, if it's going to stop you from being all that God has called you to be, and that whatever God has called you to be is nothing but good and wonderful things for your life, and also for the good of the people that God puts around you. So if we're really gonna dissect a thing, especially if it's a thing that's challenging you, a thing that's blocking you, a thing that's stopping you, well, the main thing you have to know is why. Why is fear the way it is? Why do we fear things? And I really believe the number one reason that we fear anything is because we don't have enough information. We don't have enough knowledge on whatever it is. No matter what you're fearing, no matter what you're afraid of, I really believe the number one reason that you fear that thing, the number one reason that you have that feeling of just inferiority is because you don't have enough information, you don't have enough knowledge on whatever the thing is. It could be a job position, it could be a career, it could be just you being something, being a speaker, being anything really. You just don't have enough information about it, because when you know something, you know it, then there's no surprises. So really, in other words, what I'm saying is that just like the verse says, a sound mind. I think in that verse, that's probably one of the most important part, is a sound mind. Because when you have a sound mind about something, then you have all the knowledge and information about that thing. So, and that knowledge really, it comes from learning first. You can learn firsthand, or you can learn through somebody else's experience. That's the way we get knowledge about anything. We learn through experiences or from the experiences of others. And me, I would say 9 out of 10 times, I always like to learn from someone else's experience, because I know experiences can be tough. They can be hard. They can be very painful. So I would much rather to learn from others' experiences than my own. Okay, you go in and experience it. You write it down. You learn the lessons. You learn the mistakes, and then email them to me, and I'll take that any day. Okay, but so when we know enough about the things that we fear, then we know how to manage it. We know how to control it. We know how to deal with it because we have enough information. We live in the age of information, and they say when you know better, you do better. And I think it's the same way with our fears. When we know more about our fears, then we're able to do better and manage our fears better. So, in a way, fear is simply a bad management of our faculties and thoughts. It's a bad management of what we know or what we think we know, and a bad management of our thoughts. Because sometimes we actually have enough information to manage those fears, but we just don't. Either we don't use it, or we just let fear sort of overtake us and overtake our thoughts, emotions, and feelings that we just freeze. We freeze up and we get tense up to where now fear becomes the victor over us. Okay? So I truly believe that. I truly believe in this. Okay? And this might be something you want to write down. I think knowledge creates competence, competence creates confidence, and confidence creates victory. I'm going to say that again. Knowledge creates competence, competence creates confidence, and confidence gives you victory. That's how we overcome fear. We overcome fear by knowing exactly what we're dealing with. We research it. We get to know it. And for some of us, we may have to experience it. And by experiencing it, it may just be you have to practice whatever it is. When you get that fear, maybe you need to get in front of that fear more times than one. Get in front of the fear daily. Study it. Learn about it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the fear. And eventually you will overcome that fear because you know all that there is to know about it. And once you know all that there is to know about it, then you can manage it. Okay, so be a better manager, okay, of your fear by first being a student of your fear, by studying your fears, by really analyzing, getting all the information that is possible on that fear itself. Then you can manage it. Then you can overcome it. Okay, and I'm gonna refer to that verse again. God did not give us a spirit of fear. He gave us a spirit of power and love and a sound mind. So we have to get, in order to get that power, we have to have a sound mind. And we have to get the knowledge on our fears so we can overcome it. I hope this is helpful to you to overcome your fear no matter what it is. Again, my name is Derilus with the Foundation Method. And thank you for watching this.